While Spider-Man is best known for his iconic red and blue costume, he's also spent a considerable amount of time over the years dressed in different sets of attire for a variety of reasons. In some instances, Spider-Man has needed to technologically enhance his costume to stand a better chance against an adversary, and on other occasions, he's stumbled upon his new duds purely by accident. Let's look at some! I'm Ben from What Culture, and here are the 10 best Spider-Man costumes of all time. Number 10. The Amazing Bagman. Yes! Not a practical superhero costume by any stretch, writer Tom DeFalco and artist Ron Frenz managed to create one of comic book history's greatest visual gags when Peter Parker was forced to become the Amazing Bagman. Peter acquires these inglorious threads when he visits the Fantastic Four in their Baxter Building headquarters to inquire about the strange new black costume that he had acquired. Upon studying the costume, Reed Richards determines it's an alien symbiote and that he should get rid of it, but unfortunately, Spider-Man isn't prepared for such a scenario and didn't pack a backup costume. So Johnny Storm, ever the prankster, pulls an old Fantastic Four costume out of storage and provides Spidey with a bag to cover his face. Number 9. Captain Universe Spider-Man. For a brief but memorable run of issues in the early 1990s, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man obtained the great cosmic power of Captain Universe. In the final chapter of the Cosmic Spider-Man saga, Spidey becomes aware that his new powers are derived from Captain Universe, and this discovery allows him to physically embody the cosmic superhero. Artist Eric Larson blended elements of the Captain Universe entity's blue and white color scheme with a classic red and blue Spider-Man costume to create this wonderful sight. Number 8. FF SpiderMan. After the death of his good friend Johnny Storm, Spider-Man is recruited by the surviving members of the Fantastic Four to join their new team, the Future Foundation. Right before the new team's first mission together, Spider-Man preemptively grabs an old Fantastic Four costume out of his closet, perhaps the same one left over from his time as the Amazing Bagman, and declares himself ready to roll. The rest of the team don't like that though, and so tell him that using the old costume is disrespectful to Johnny's legacy. And while Spider-Man initially carps at his replacement white and black attire, thinking it makes him look like one of his villain's anti-Venom, he eventually relents and swings into action looking really cool in the process. Number 7. Stealth Costume. During the Big Time storyline, Peter is hired by the fictitious Horizon Labs and immediately utilizes the resources at the facility to develop innovative technology, including a new stealth costume that features cloaking and sound-cancelling abilities. As is often the case, necessity proves to be the mother of invention, and Peter develops the stealth suit to defend himself against the brand new Hobgoblin who'd been taking down opponents using a sonic scream. The suit would then resurface during Spider Island when Peter's clone Kane dons the stealth suit in order to combat the Spider Queen. Number 6. Scarlet Spider Hoodie. When Spider-Man clone Ben Reilly was reintroduced in 1994, artist Tom Lyle developed arguably the most famous hoodie in comic book history. Ben's blue sweatshirt works thematically for what the character represented at the time of his reappearance, which kicked off the start of the controversial Clone Saga storyline. Reilly was previously seen during the Bronze Age era and was believed to be dead, but instead, readers learned that the clone had been living as a hermit for 5 years before making his way back into New York to throw a wrench into Peter Parker or Spider-Man's life. He may be a Spider-Man, but boy did he look fly! Number 5. Ultimate Spider-Man. Miles Morales. The death of the Ultimate Universe's Peter Parker in 2011 sent shockwaves through the world of comics, especially when Marvel announced that the Ultimate Spider-Man mantle would be passed onto a new teenage character, Miles Morales. But Miles has proven to be a very viable alternative to Peter, and his slick black and red webbing costume, as designed by artist Sarah Pichelli, is a real visual standout. From a storyline perspective, after Miles receives powers from a genetically enhanced spider, he tries his hand at being Spider-Man only to be criticized for wearing the same costume as his tragically deceased predecessor. Then he switched it up and looked really super cool. Number 4. Iron Spider. This is weird. The Iron Spider costume just appeared in a list we did about the worst comic book redesigns, almost like there's no consistency here! Anyway, Peter was given this when he switched sides during the Civil War event and revealed his identity to the world alongside Tony Stark. I may have said that it was bad in that other list, but I'm paid to read things, you see, and I honestly, truly believe that this suit looks really good. It even enhances all of Spidey's abilities, and what's not to like about that? You can believe me on that. I am a man of integrity and my word. Number 3. Spider-Ben. Once Marvel made the shocking decision to replace Peter Parker with his clone, Ben Reilly, aka the Scarlet Spider, in the mid-1990s, it was only a matter of time before Spidey's costume changed too. Fortunately for comic book nerds, ads everywhere, the Scarlet Spider costume turned out to be one of the most successful changes put forward during the Clone Saga. The new Spider-Ben suit updates the classic red and blue concept by distributing the colors differently, including red and blue gloves, and by placing a very large spider on Spidey's front. Plus, after Spider-Man is eventually killed, the costume was adapted for the cult favorite Spider-Girl series. Number 2. Spider-Man 2099. What was first conceived by Stan Lee and John Byrne and dubbed the Marvel World of Tomorrow eventually evolved into Marvel's 2099 universe, a new timeline that aptly took place in the year 2099. Of all the 2099 titles, Spider-Man 2099 remains the most successful, and the new take on the costume played a large role in the character's broad appeal to comic book fans. Spider-Man 2099, aka Miguel O'Hara, maintains the red and blue color scheme of his modern-day predecessor, but diverges wildly from there. Rather than a small spider on the chest, O'Hara sports a large red spider skull, and that skull theme is used on O'Hara's mask too. Number 1. Black costume. Yep, it just looks cool. Black costume variants for any colourful superhero look cool. They all do. They do. Look at them. Do it. They do. So there. He first wore the black around the same time he discovered that pesky alien symbiote, but after Peter rid himself of it, the fans demanded its return. So, to quiet the crowd, the black suit is reintroduced when Spider-Man's then-girlfriend, the Black Cat, sews her man a replacement and asks him to wear it again, saying she prefers the all-black look to the classic red and blues. Spidey would continue to wear this non-alien version of the suit off and on until Amazing Spider-Man number 300, when a little-known sociopath named Eddie Brock acquires the symbiote to become Venom. And that's our list. Make sure you subscribe to the What Culture Comics YouTube channel for more lists like this, and don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. I'm Ben from What Culture, and thanks for watching.